This is a turning point. The political landscape is shifting right before our eyes, and the stakes have never been higher. In fact, in the wake of a devastating loss, 42 House seats vanished, and the Democrats' grip on power is slipping fast. But this isn't just about lost seats. No, this is about the very integrity of our system, guys, and the Democrats' darkest secrets, they're about to be exposed. Breaking news. The DOJ has just launched a full-scale investigation into none other than New York Attorney General Letitia James. And let me tell you, it's gonna go ahead and rock the political establishment to its core, because Letitia James, once hailed as a warrior against Trump, she is ironically now under fire for abusing her power, all while Trump's administration takes control and fights back against corruption at the highest level. And this is just the beginning. Now, what if I told you that this fight, this legal battle, is just the tip of the iceberg? Just the tip, folks. Guys, the future of American democracy, it's on the line as President Trump steps up and takes control of the narrative. The Democrats are scrambling. They are absolutely scrambling, guys, but they know that they realize that the battle is far from over. Now, drop a quick comment down below. If you think Letitia James is guilty, just type in guilty. If you think Letitia James is innocent, type in innocent. Now, stick with me, guys, because the next few minutes, we're going to uncover how 42 House seats lost. How did this happen? This is an explosive DOJ probe that we need to talk about in President Trump's strategic power play. It is all about to change the game forever. So, real question is this the beginning of the end of the Democrats, or is it all just another twist in the political war that's being waged against Trump? Well, do not go anywhere. This is just the beginning, guys. Oh, and if you haven't already, please take a second. If you appreciate the daily news updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. The DOJ's investigation into Letitia James, we need to talk about that, guys. This is breaking news. Letitia James, once praised for targeting Trump. Now, I don't even understand why someone would just praise someone for targeting Trump. But anyway, she's now in the hot seat. So is this a reckoning, or is this political retaliation? Let me know. But stick around to find out how the DOJ is actually investigating her for potential abuse of power. Now, of course, you got to talk about this. The 42 seats, the impact on power. Just imagine this, guys. Imagine losing 42 House seats that were never supposed to exist. How does this impact the balance of power in Washington? Of course, we're going to talk about that. We also got to talk about Trump's rising control. And let me be honest with you, Trump isn't just sitting back. He's taking action. He's leading a movement to restore fairness and integrity to the American political system. But will this be the final battle? Or is this just the beginning of a new wave of legal battles for Trump? Well, I'll tell you what, the battle for the future of America, it's on. And what we're witnessing today, folks, this could change the political landscape forever. 42 House seats vanished, gone. And with it, a shift in power that has been years in the making. The Democrats are scrambling as their grip on the House loosens, but there's even more, guys. There's a whole lot more. In fact, today, the DOJ has just launched a full-scale investigation into New York City, well, technically New York State, Attorney General Letitia James. This is the woman who campaigned on destroying President Trump. That doesn't even sound legal, what she did. And maybe that's why the DOJ is going after her butt. But now she's facing the consequences of what many are calling a political witch hunt. And President Trump is taking control of the situation as only he can. So what does this really mean for the future of our democracy? Like, what happens if the system is rigged and now it's time to finally fix it? Well, I want to go ahead and break it all down for you guys. So for years, we know that the Democrats have been accused of flooding the United States with illegal immigrants, not out of concern for humanitarian needs, but as a part of a calculated political strategy. Now, this wasn't just about helping people. This was about gaining political power. The Democrats, and counting illegal immigrants in the national census, they could increase their control over the House of Representatives, and then they could shift the balance of power in their favor. Now, you've likely heard the accusation before. Democrats manipulated the system by allowing millions of illegal immigrants into the country and then counting them on the census. But it's not just about getting more people in the country. This is about rigging the system systemically, okay, to gain more seats in the House and to influence more in the Electoral College. The Democrats are willing to sacrifice fairness for political power. I know it sounds crazy, but we have so much proof, and they knew exactly what they were doing. But now the truth is coming out. So do you really believe that this was a well-coordinated strategy to undermine democracy for political gain? Or do you think that it's just simply a narrative that's being pushed by Trump's camp to discredit his opponents? Let me know what you think on that one. But more importantly, were the Democrats acting in the best interest of the country, or were they using the system to secure their own power? Now, we know that over the last, decade, these alleged actions have seriously skewed the fairness of our political system. So if illegal immigrants were counted in the census, it meant states with large immigrant populations, they could claim more representation in Congress and they could secure more electoral votes. You see the power in that? See, that's where it gets really dangerous. In the Trump administration, they're now working to correct this manipulation to ensure the political system is as fair as it can be and to be able to take back the integrity of our system. So the question now is, how deep does this corruption run? And what is it going to take to fix this thing? So Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, she has been a thorn in President Trump's side. Probably more like thorn in his butt. That's probably more like it, right, guys? But anyway, here's the problem. Her attacks against Trump, they weren't based on facts. They weren't even based on any kind of legal reasoning. They were all personal. James campaigned on the idea that she was going to take Trump down. It was never about justice or righting a wrong. It was about personal vendettas. Now, I don't know how, I don't really understand the root cause of her personal vendetta. I don't know if she asked Trump out on a date one day and he just blew her off or what. I don't know where all this hatred from Letitia James to Trump stems from, but James used her power to pursue Trump, and now that's about to catch up with her. Now, James has been relentless in her pursuit for Trump for months. Her office has been investigating him and making all sorts of crazy accusations and pushing for legal action. But here's the catch. This isn't based on evidence. She's targeted Trump not because of anything that he did, but because of who he is. She rang her campaign on getting Trump from day one. She stated publicly, I've shared that with you guys so many times. I'm not gonna do it right now, but you've seen it enough. I know you have. So is this abuse of power, or is she just doing her job? Does she cross a line by using her legal office to take down a political opponent, or was she within her rights to investigate Trump? And what does this say about the broader issue of weaponized politics? You see where I'm going here, right, folks? So was Letitia James acting out of a sense of duty to the law, or was she just simply using her power, the power of her office, for personal retribution? Well, this is a legitimate case of corruption. I think so. Do you think it is? Or let me ask you this. Or is this just a political attack that's designed to ruin an opponent that she just couldn't stand? I want you guys to let me know. Now, Letitia James, she has become one of the most high-profile figures in the anti-Trump movement, but her approach raises some very serious concerns, very serious questions, okay? So this is really where the investigation starts. This investigation, it's not just about one person. It's about holding powerful figures accountable. So basically, when they step outside of the legal bounds, they need to get reined back in, if that makes sense. So if the DOJ finds that James has misused her office, this could signal the beginning of a much broader reckoning for those who politicize their positions of power. Now, a lot of people think, hell, you know what? I already have a Medicare plan. I'm fine. But what if you're not? What if there is a better plan that's out there with lower copays, cheaper meds, and more coverage, and you're missing out on it? This is why I partnered with Chapter, folks. This is a phenomenal company, okay? And the founders, their heart was clearly in the right place. Why? Because their own parents got screwed over and they said never again. Chapter reviews all the plans in your area. They check for gaps in whatever you're getting. And I mean, just take Jamie from Texas, right? She saved $600 a year. Frances Latiro, she said that she's saving $65 a month. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather spend $65 a month on anything other than wasting it on Medicaid or Medicare. You know what I'm saying? And so this is real money when you're on a tight budget. Even if you're not on a tight budget, take your spouse out to dinner with the extra $65 a month, right? Now, I can't guarantee that you'll get $65 a month in savings. Maybe you get more. Maybe you're already on the best plan, but you'll never know unless you call them. And it's a totally free call. Down below, you'll see the phone number on your screen. Just call them up right now. Ask them real quick. Just say, hey, Ron told me to call you. Oh, and you'll probably get a kick out of it. Listen to their reaction when you say Ron sent you, okay? So call them up right now. Tell them Ron sent you. I just want to know how much money I could save. Am I on the best plan? Heck, am I getting scammed? So Chapter doesn't charge a fee. That is a great thing. It's totally free. There's no catch, but what you do have to do is you do have to make the call. So I can't do anything more than that. So I'll leave the number down below, 909-563-8279, or hit them up on their website at askchapter.org/Ron. Do not leave benefits on the table, guys. Now, the Department of Justice, led by Pam Bondi, has officially opened the floodgates on investigation into Letitia James. Now, this isn't just about one person. This is about holding those powerful people accountable. Depriving someone of their constitutional rights, this is no small matter. And the DOJ is making sure that it's dealt with. Now, this investigation, it could lead to more than just a slap on the wrist. Will it be a powerful step in correcting the system, or is it a political stunt meant to undermine James for the Trump administration's gain? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But the DOJ is not playing games. The DOJ is out to restore balance, and nobody is above the law. Do you really think that the DOJ is simply doing its job, or is this an overreach of federal power? Should the DOJ be investigating state officials like James, or should we just go ahead and let these local politics run its course? Let me know what you think on that. Now, regardless of where you stand, this investigation marks a turning point. Now, if it's successful, it will reshape how political power is wielding and how justice is delivered right here in America. Now, I will say, 42 House seats, that is a game changer. Now, imagine a political shift that is so massive that it weakens the Democrats and it strengthens the GOP. Now, if it's proven that these seats were illegally secured, then the implications are huge. If the Democrats gain these seats through manipulation, this could be the difference between control and loss. So, what does this mean for the future of the House? If these seats were never meant to exist, what does that mean, right? So, we got to ask, do the Democrats deserve to lose these seats for their alleged manipulation, or is this just another attempt to shift the system for Trump's own gain? I don't know. I want you guys to let me know what you think on that. So the loss of 42 seats could be the turning point the GOP needs in order to regain the control of the House and to restore balance after years of alleged manipulation. So what happens when Trump takes full control? What's next in this war for America's future? So we need to talk about that. What we do know is this: President Trump isn't just sitting back and watching from the sidelines. He's taking control, and this is not just about reclaiming the House seats or holding Letitia James accountable. Trump is actively pushing to restore fairness to the system that has been manipulated and compromised for years. And we all know that they've been getting over, right? So Trump, he's stepping into a fight that many people thought that we would never engage in, fighting for the truth and for the American people. And so by correcting the census and exposing the manipulation, he's showing that he's not only about making deals, but he's about reclaiming the system for the people. Guys, question is, will his efforts lead to a meaningful change, or is this simply another fight in an endless political war? Now, we also need to ask is this Trump's moment to prove that he's not just about deals, but he's also about restoring integrity to the American political system? Or is he simply out to get revenge against those who tried to take him down a few months ago? Well, President Trump's administration isn't just reacting. They're actually leading the charge in cleaning up corruption at the highest levels. From correcting the census to holding political figures accountable, Trump is clearly positioning himself as the one to be able to restore integrity to Washington, D.C. Now, what happens if Trump succeeds in proving that the Democrats have rigged the system? Anybody ever think about that? Like, what happens if Letitia James and other political figures are held accountable for abusing their power? This could be the start of something much bigger, possibly a movement that shifts the entire political landscape for years to come. In fact, the national impact of these actions, they could go way beyond the 42 House seats or James's investigation. If the system is broken and Trump is the one to fix it, guys, this could trigger a massive domino effect where others that are involved in political corruption or abuses of power, they could be held accountable too. I mean, this could go all the way back to Obama, to Biden. I mean, who knows, right? So will this lead to reform, or is this going to lead to, like, maybe this just gets buried under partisan conflict? Who knows, right? So this particular moment, this could spark a broader political revolution, or it could just simply divide the nation even further. Hopefully it doesn't do that. I don't think we can afford that. So what happens next is definitely going to define the next chapter in American politics. So, I mean, we covered the battles that are unfolding in the House and the DOJ, but we need to take a look into the bigger picture here. Where does America go from here? I mean, we laid out the stakes, the 42 House seats lost, Letitia James under fire, President Trump taking control. The political landscape is, in fact, shifting. And the future of the country, it's in the balance. So the question is, who's going to emerge victorious in this battle to take back our democracy? The fight for power in Washington, D.C., it's a lot more than a struggle for seats in the House. This is a battle for the soul of this nation, folks. And if Trump succeeds, it could be the restoration of fairness in a system that a lot of people believe that it was broken beyond repair. But if the Democrats and their allies manage to stop Trump, what does this mean for the future of America? I mean, are we watching the dawn of a new fair political era, or are we witnessing a war for the control of a system that's just too far gone to fix? I'm going to ask you guys a question right now. For those of you guys who are watching the show, will you stand with Trump as he fights to clean up the corruption in our government, or will you support those who have twisted the system for their own personal gain? This is the moment where you decide. Everything that we've seen today, from the loss of the 42 House seats to the DOJ's investigation of Letitia James, this could set the stage for a massive shift in how the political system functions. Only time is going to tell if Trump's vision for a restored America will prevail, or if the system is going to continue to just be manipulated by those who abuse the power for far too long anyway. So if you believe that the truth is coming to light and you believe that it's time for a change, I want you to share this video and let the world know where you stand. Like, comment, and subscribe for more updates as this battle for America unfolds. And YouTube believes that you're really going to enjoy the next video that popped up on your screen. Click that video, watch it right now, and I'll see you on the other side.